Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. And I'm excited to share something special with you at LINE, a system that brings joy to millions of users through their smartphone. And today's topic is engineering choice, building LINE Android celebration system at scale. It's about technical magic behind those fun animations you see when you open LINE app on your birthday or during holiday. Let me start by introducing myself first. I'm Tung, or you can call me Tuna, exactly the fish, an Android engineer at LY Corporation. I work on LINE home tab features. What drives me? Building features that make users smile. And today I will share how we engineered that magic. Here is our journey today. At first, I will show you what users actually experience. Secondly, we will understand the technical challenge, and followed by the overview of the system design we use to tackle the challenge. After that, we will deep dive into the implementation and then talking about how everything works together. And finally, real result and impact. And if we have some time, we can discuss at the end. Before diving into code or anything else, let me show you exactly what we built. Here is our celebration in action. On the left, a birthday celebration. Notice the personal animation, warm colors, delightful confetti, and this happens when someone opens LINE on their birthday. And on the right, a Christmas celebration, festive and set by millions of users globally during holidays. What makes this special? Three things. Number one, perfect timing. These appear exactly when they should. And number two, personal priority. If your birthday falls on Christmas, you will see your birthday first. And this is because personal moments always win. Number three, smooth experience. From full screen magic to background effects as you use the app. For the user, this looks simple and effortless, but that is exactly the point. But achieving this simplicity at scale for millions of users across different time zones with perfect reliability, that is where the engineering challenge begins. And now let's talk about the technical reality behind what you just saw. From user perspective, actually everything is simple. They want birthday animations at the right moment. Holiday celebrations should feel magical. It should just work everywhere. But technically, far more complex. Challenge number one, perfect timing. What happens when someone's phone restarts at 11:58 p.m. on their birthday? What about time zone change or system clock adjustment? The celebration must still happen at exactly the right moment. Challenge number two, resource management. We are talking about millions of users accessing home tab daily. When do we load the celebration access? How long do we keep them? When do we remove them? All while keeping the app startup running fast. And challenge number three, edge case everywhere. We are working on the mobile phone environment, and everything can happen, like users change settings, network fail at the critical moments, app gets queued unexpectedly, multiple celebration overlap. Imagine a birthday on New Year Day. Each scenario demands a bulletproof handling. And our solutions. a four-phase architecture built on top of three fundamental Android building blocks. This combination transforms what could be an engineering nightmare into reliable magic at scale. Here is our architectural approach in overview. We will deep dive into each part, but first, let me show you our foundation. Our foundation consists of three building blocks working in perfect harmony. Building block number one, room database. This provides reliable local storage with reactive queries, not just persistent, a single source of truth that reacts to the change instantly. Building block number two, work manager, handles precise scheduling across the entire app lifecycle, whether the app is running backgrounded or even terminated. Work manager ensures celebrations happen when they should. And building block number three, calling flow. The calling flow helps us manage reactive UI updates and state management. This makes complex state transitions feel effortless and keep our UI synchronized with the system state. And now, how do these work together through our four-phase journey? We designed a four-phase journey starting with phase one, event discovery. This phase is where we receive the event notification and schedule the preparation job. Then phase two goes with resource acquisition. The responsibility of this phase are download event metadata, download and verify resources or assets to get everything ready, and maintain the readiness during the ideal periods. And then phase three is the slow time. This phase is where the magic happens by displaying effects at the designated time. And finally, phase four, cleanup. This phase removes resources to keep the system clean. And for recursive events, this phase also schedules the next occurrence. And each phase has clear responsibilities and handled errors independently. And our key design principles guide everything here. Principles number one, we have 5-day preparation buffer to ensure reliable delivery. If any error or update happens, the system has enough time to fix. Principle number two, clear separation of concerns between phases. Each phase has its own responsibility. Principle number three, independent error handling in each component. Error happens on one component, one cause side effects to the others. And principle number four, user-centric timing with grace periods to ensure the best user experience. This isn't just about technical elegance, it's about ensuring millions of users never miss their special moments. And now let's explore how our building blocks coordinate across for each phase. You will see how Room, Work Manager, and Flow work together seamlessly. This is where theoretical architecture becomes practical implementation. And phase one is about smart detection and strategic scheduling. We handle two types of events. Client-side events like personal birthday, detected when users change or update profiles, or any kinds of update that may cause the change in the event showtime. These events happen 100% on the client side, no server side involved. It means we maintain the privacy for the users. And For the several push events like cultural celebration comes via push notification. And here is our strategic thinking. We don't wait until the last minute. Look at this. We schedule metadata fetching or the first task of the phase 2, 5 days before the event showtime. And you may wonder why 5 days. This buffer allows time for network retries, accommodates potential event updates, and prevents wasted resources on cancelled events. Sometimes we can cancel an event due to some environment change. So this 5 days ensure us to have the buffer for handling everything in action. And the beauty of phase 1 is simplicity and focus. No network request happens here, and even no database operations, just intelligent scheduling. And the Work Manager is the only building block here. When events is discovered, we schedule the metadata download workers with essential information like event time, event ID, and retry deadline. And what if the same event is updated? And the answer is simple. We just need to reschedule the metadata download worker with the new information. By the time someone's birthday approaches, phase 1 has already discovered the event and scheduled everything. This early planning gives us 99.9% delivery success rate. And phase 2 prepare everything for the celebration, our most systematic phase. As mentioned in the previous slide, phase 2 is scheduled by phase 1 and started automatically by Work Manager at a targeted time. We break this into 2 sequential steps: metadata fetching and access downloading. Each step comes with verification and retry. Multiple verification ensure we never show broken celebration. Here is the actual implementation of metadata download worker. First, we validate the retry window. Return failure if the retry until is due to prevent the worker from executing again for this despite event. If the execution time is defined, this worker fetch the event metadata, save the data into the room database, and finally schedule the access download worker. If any error happens, we do the retry for this worker. And if the retry fall into the failure path, the worker ends. And similar to the event metadata download worker, we also validate the retry window. And we return error or failure if the retry until is due. And if the execution time is satisfied, the workers download access from the CDN, validates the access against the checksum provided in the metadata we have in the previous steps, and then extract and save the access on the persistent storage. And finally, this worker schedule the show time, which is the phase 3, and also the cleanup job, which is the phase 4. And similarly, if any error happens, we retry this worker. Work Manager orchestrates sequential execution with smart scheduling. Room database serves as our reliable data store and track states as events progress. What makes this robust? Our structured approach. We don't rush into download access until we have confirmed metadata. And we don't process until everything is validated and stored. As you can see, we use different workers for each step. This is to make the control logic simple. For example, the access download task doesn't need to check if the metadata is fetched and stored. To enter this step, the metadata fetching task had to be done successfully. By the end of phase 2, we have transitioned from simple scheduling to fully preparation. On data, on access, and on future work scheduled, the celebration is ready to go. This is where all building blocks unite perfectly. Look at this diagram. The user experience flow through 3 smooth stages. Stage number 1, pending. The home tab looks normal as usual, but behind the scenes, everything is ready. Access downloaded, metadata prepared, and we just waiting for the right moment. And then stage 2 happened with ready. Here is where the magic begins. The celebrations becomes visible. Full screen effects start playing, and users see the animation, as you can see, and with the personalized message. After the full screen is visible, finished visibility, the system enters stage 3, full screen effect complete, just simple like that. And at this stage, the UI transitions to the background effects. User can continue using the app as usual, but the celebration atmosphere remains. And here is what's beautiful of this phase. Look at this, the actual code of this entire experience. We only have a single line of code. Event repository dot update event state with the event ID, and the state is ready. That's it. The only one line of code from the showtime workers. And everything else, like state transitions, smooth animation, and perfect timing happen automatically. This elegant simplicity is deceptive. Behind this simple single line, the equivalent row of the event on the database is updated with the ready state. The room notifies the update to UI observers via the flow returned by the reactive query of room database. The entire celebration experience, from normal interface to magical full screen effects to persistent background celebrations, flow automatically through from this minimal intervention. On happens with perfect collaboration. Work manager triggers the push at the right moment with the one line of code. Room reactive database query notifies on observer instantly, and flow handle on state transitions and complex coordination automatically. And the result, millions of celebrations with smooth state transition delivered through this minimal code complexity. And now we enter the final phase. Here is something architectural interesting about phase 4. Unlike phase 2 and 3, which are scheduled by previous phase in sequence, Phase 4 has a different scheduling strategy. Phase 4 is scheduled directly by Phase 2. Right after the access is downloaded successfully, not by Phase 3. The reason for this design is system reliability. This ensures that even when user don't open the app during the celebration period, the cleanup still happens automatically. The system keeps itself healthy without depending on the user behavior. But here is the thoughtful part. We don't clean up immediately when the celebration ends. We schedule one day after the event's official end time. And why we have this grace period? It ensures users who open the LINE app late, maybe at the very last minute on their birthday, can still experience the full celebration without disruptions. The cleanup process is comprehensive. It's delete access, event access, remove database entries, and for recurrent events like birthday, Phase 4 also automatically calculate the next occurrence of the event and schedule for the next occurrence. This proactive scheduling approach is what keeps our system performing well across millions of devices, regardless user behavior pattern. And let's step back and see the complex journey we just explored. Here is our 4-phase system in action. Phase 1, event discovery, smart detection and strategic scheduling. Phase 2, resource acquisition, systematically prepare with retries. And phase 3, show time on building block unit for the perfect delivery. And phase 4, cleanup, thoughtful resource management. Notice the seamless flow between phases. Each one handoff perfect to the next. The retry mechanism ensures reliability, and timing ensures precision. But here is what really powerful: how our 3 building blocks coordinate across this entire journey. That's what we will explore next. Let me show you the real power of 3 building blocks. 3 building blocks work together. The magic lies in the integration. Work manager schedules, room database stores and queries, then reacted by flow, delete the event to UI for updates. This pipeline turns complex coordination into declarative programming. Here's the actual code demonstrate this synergy. Look inside the compile function. First, we handle timing logic with the reactive query. The single line of code in phase 3 triggers the flow to emit the new state at the right time. Second, we control the visibility logic. Celebrations only show when the home tab is actually visible. And finally, we are managing priority logic. Personal celebrations always beat the cultural ones. And this complex business logic, like timing, priority, visibility, expressed in just a few lines of declarative code. Here is the beautiful part. The complex flow is: step 1, work manager updates room when it's celebration time. Step 2, room reactive database instantly trigger flow. Step 3, flow proceed on this complex logic automatically. And step 4, UI updates seamlessly. So what this achieves? Number 1, complex coordination becomes simple declarative programming. And number 2, multiple phase state transitions happen automatically. Number 3, error recovery across all phases used one unified strategy. And number 4, reactive UI updates eliminate manual synchronization completely. And the bottom line is complex celebration orchestration became simple reactive declaration. Then this is the power of choosing the right building blocks and orchestrating them thoughtfully. And let me share the real-world impact of this architecture. Our performance achievements speak for themselves. 99.9% celebration delivery success rate, and with zero impact on the app startup time, and also minimal the resource footprint during idle period. From the technical perspective, we achieve automatic recovery from network failures and app crash, seamless building block integration that makes complex state management look effortless, and independent phase testing that simplifies our quality assurance. But most importantly, user experience. Perfect timing, genius, surprise moment. Personal priority ensure birthday aren't overshadowed by holidays, and cultural awareness respects regional celebrations. Smooth animation enhance emotional impact of these special moments. This isn't just about technical metric, it's about engineering choice for millions of users worldwide. And let me leave some key lessons from this journey. Architectural lessons. Strategic preparation prevents last-minute failures. Phase isolation enable independent error handling. Building block synergy leverage Android strengths effectively, and user-centric design transforms constraints into delightful experience. And for the implemented insights, early resource acquisition ensure reliable delivery. Reactive state management simplify complex coordination, and work manager scheduling coordinates precise transition. Room reactive queries provide real-time awareness. Okay. Thank you for your attention. I'm happy to take the question on the booth. Thank you very much.